hanging out with Mrs. Muffins, and who I don't like, the neighbors over here, who's in the blue shirt, my cat, and this one is ballsy enough to fucking wanna go roaming around Tick City #1. Like, don't be through the woods, man. With all these ticks around here.
Come on, get up here.
Come on, get up here. What are you doing? You're being stupid. I gotta paint this deck.
It's shabby chic.
It's shabby chic. It's been a long time. It's been a long time. I gotta do a few things. It's like 4 things.
She left.
Mama. Wow. Beautiful nature out here, man. In the future, it will be considered an amazing luxury.
Sit up here. Just stay up here.
It will be considered an amazing luxury just to have one side of your property, buddy. The same way we have, hey, how you doing? Thank you for tuning in. The same way we have beachfront property, and it's rare. It's the same like direction. 2 directions will be like, oh my god, you're so rich. You've got an east and a west. You've got a north and an east view, unobstructed. So we're looking at these chemtrails now. I don't know if you can see them. I don't know if you believe in them, but we do. We see them all the time. We're between 2 airports, ones and a little one. One known as Stormville, one known as Danbury, one known as Newburgh. So we're like in a triangle in the middle of them. But I haven't seen a blue sky like this in years. Wow, we have 11 people watching. Thank you so much for tuning in. I gotta look at this chat. I don't know how to do this. Welcome to live chat. Remember to guard your privacy. Hey, this. Hello there, muchacho. Thank you. Thank you for your ad. What do you want to talk about? We'll talk about anything, man. I've been a comedian for years. I wrote thousands of jokes. If you just name a topic, go off on a rant. Things you don't like, we can make that a rant and make it funny. Look at Mr. Chemtrail playing, hey? Zooming in. And you could hear the small prop next door. How are you? I'm doing great. Nalyan. Maybe. You were a comedian? I kind of still am, but, good luck getting stage time. They didn't like my kind. You make enemies. Especially in New York, if you love America. They hate that. They really hate that. At least they did 20 years ago. I made fun of George Bush. They love me. I made fun of Obama. They're like, oh, no, you're racist. So there you go. That's life. So do life. I remember I was on a show with Bruce Villain. It was called Laughing Liberally. And about being liberal and whatever in 2006. And he was like, you can't say that. I thought you people were liberals. I thought you stood up for free speech. Even back then, they were like, you can't be violent. Like, funny, not, like saying, oh, I'll kick you in your head, you jerk. First of all, I can't lift my leg that high to kick you in the head. Unless you were an Oompa Loompa or an Ewok. And even then, them Ewoks are strong. They'd grab my leg and rip it off. So, there you go. I tell you, I feel like a kid, though, looking at these puffy clouds. It's been such a while. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. Here, I'll give you a. I'm not in any way ready to be on camera, but there you go. It's me and the missus out here,
I miss muffin.
and Mrs. Muffins, who's on the top step. There you go. There's another cat on the internet named Mrs. Muffins. That's not our cat. She's just fucking muffin top fat chunk of fuck. And she constantly eats, and you constantly leave her food, and then she'll wake you up at 5:30 in the morning because she doesn't have fresh meats out. You know, like one of these. Total wild cat, born like in a cave right here. I took her in because she was pregnant. All her brothers and sisters got eaten by like coyotes and shit. This moron is the only one to survive. I love nature. I'm from the Bronx, man. We felt like this place. This is a little tiny house in the middle of the woods, and we lived in the Bronx, so it was like a royalty to have your own parking spot and your own washer and dryer. And if people don't understand that, you never like parked your car for 2 seconds in front of your house and got a $300 ticket because you were trying to run up the stairs with grocery bags. You know what I mean? And if you leave the groceries and park the car and run back, somebody's going through your fucking groceries because everybody's a fucking animal. And that's why you move. All right. Good times. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. So what we have here is a dead green locust tree. And it died. And then that's a black locust tree. And that's the old network slash emergency bomb shelter ventilation system. See that? That goes into the mountain underneath the highway. And then that's a ventilation tunnel, that square thing. But it goes up and up and up and up and up to no man's land. So this used to be the only house here 100 years ago, 1930. And we on like, I don't know, 30 acres, 50 acres. And then they chopped it up and put all these other houses. But this was the original spot, and it's only a third of an acre now. But the good news is you don't pay a lot of taxes if you keep it tiny. Wow, that bird's getting it on. He's got a lot to say. He's like,
Full cuddle buds. Oh.
goes in the mountain. Yeah, this is all solid. You see that? It's all solid marble. So anything that's on top. There's also a lot of gold here. I've never panned for gold, but you see, like, oh, that's an old pool, by the way. I get a new pool every year, and what I do is I cut that, and then I cover that with soil and rocks, and that's like an erosion layer, because that's a stream, too. That's breached by a natural spring that feeds through it like 3 months a year. So that whole underground thing is flooded. There's a lot of them up here. There's quite a few. Do you see that? That's a chemtrail. So that design right there. If you look at that design, it kind of looks like DNA, but straightened out like a DNA ladder. That's called a Whipple wheel effect, also known as a tangential nozzle phenomenon. What that means is, you ever see those videos where somebody has a pressure washer that goes crazy and they can't control it, and they let go of it and it stays on and it's just shooting all over the place? That is the same idea. They have a nozzle, it's set on the wing, they're spraying something, but the nozzle itself shimmies in a certain way where it goes out of control and it makes like these, what we call in America, hostess cupcake icing. It's like a repeating O. Like if someone told you to write in script penmanship O, lowercase or capital, keep on going, like 27 O's connected. That's what it looks like, and that's what that is. And that proves that something is sprayed into the air because just water vapor and the wing cannot make that repeating ladder shape, twisted ladder. It all depends on the timing of it. Sometimes it looks like it goes like a corkscrew. Sometimes it looks like a regular ladder. Sometimes it looks just like O's. But all three of them prove that a third substance is combined with water vapor and a air vortex, and that they're blocking that from the web. If you Google it and you type anything I say, they try to mislead you. They won't even let Whipple Wheel show up. They will, instead of WHIPPLE, Whipple Wheel with a hyphen in the middle, they will not. They will show you birds that are called whippoorwill, POORWILL, whippoorwill, which is just phonetically close. It's not even spelling. And what's crazy is there's other things named Whipple, like you have a car, there's a Whipple charger. They don't even show Whipple chargers. They just blanked out, they like blacklisted it. And I posted on my X page under the same name proof that, oh yeah, Whipple wheel, that's a tangential nozzle. And I totally agreed. 100%. You go back, none of it. It's all blacklisted from the web. So there you go. We live in like a sterilized, even YouTube. I remember being on YouTube and just YouTube TV. Like I didn't even use the laptop. I just used the cable box. And it was like all these new channels would show up and shit. And I would have so much shit to watch. I didn't even want to watch regular TV. And now it's like so sterilized. It's like literally all they show me is whoever I subscribe to, or storage lockers, or mystery gift boxes, or what's another thing that keeps showing up
I wasn't really listening.
on YouTube? Like, what do they come recommended now?
Oh yeah, it's all that girl that doesn't want to cook for her kids.
The girl who doesn't want to cook for her kids.
I got 9 kids.
I got 9 kids. Here's what I'm doing. I'm giving them all a $5 personal pan pizza and a drink box. Get out of here, bitches. Yeah, that's what we have. Some cringe type shit. You said it, brother. Where you from, Nahyan? Anybody else in the room? We're trying to re-access our cat. Hello, everybody. I look bad. I didn't take a shower today. I started a barbecue. Yeah, I'm from New York too. Nahyan. I'm from the Bronx, brother. I don't know if you know, but now you do.
Come on, let's go.
Good times, man. You have any big plans? Hey, from London. All right. Sorry to see that London's going bad, man. It's rough. I watched a couple of videos in like 6 months, and I got a cousin who lives in the city of London, so it's not exactly the same thing, right? He's a little safer because I guess you work for the banks. They don't have around in the walled city of London, but if you're over there by Chelmsford, Essex, it ain't so hot. Yankee Stadium, forgot the name, but the bar was a sports bar. Yeah, there's a lot of them. They all pop up. I did comedy there. There was a place called Jimmy's Bronx Cafe, but that was 20 years ago. And I made the whole place laugh, I'll tell you that much, because they were all Puerto Rican, and they're like, who's this white boy? And I threw in my Pollo Carbone joke, and they fucking all blew out a new asshole. So I'll tell you that much, man. That's 20 years ago, man. That was one time called I think Alex and Henry's. And that's where my parents got married for like $5 a head.
Mm.
Like, how many people you got coming to your wedding? Like 30. Oh, that's $150. Do you want shrimp cocktail? Why? Because then it's 165. If you want a shrimp cocktail, it's 15 more dollars. Shit like that, man. Crazy. Mm, yeah, good stuff though. I love this blue sky today, man. It's been so long.
Why don't you tell this jerk to come up?
Mama, come on up. This crazy cat, man, is gonna get eaten. This crazy cat's gonna get eaten by
She's eating
coyote.
over 300 rotisserie chickens.
She's eaten over 300 rotisserie chickens, man. And it would be such a waste of money just to plump her up for a coyote. I'm not a bad YouTuber after all. Thank you, man. Yeah, I was on a couple of streams. A lot of people wanted me on it a long time ago, and they didn't even want to like pay me for like tolls. Look, it's a snowstorm. I got to drive down an hour from upstate New York now, where I live, to go to like Long Island. The bridge is $16 each way. It's snowing, so I could crash the whole fucking car and go into the river. You don't want to send me $20 on PayPal to cover at least some of the bridge, so I'm not out of the whole $70 to come and see you and tell jokes on your podcast for free, which you advertise on, and you have enough subscribers that you're probably making 2-3 grand. You're not gonna send me $20. So if you're not appreciated that much, then no. But then I have other friends that I went on and we had a great podcast, and it's not about the money, because they're my friends regardless. So no, I don't know Tim Dillon, but I watch him and he's hysterical. He did a skit the first time I seen Tim Dillon. He did a skit for COVID, and he looked like a zombie, and he said, "I gotta get my aunt's rent controlled apartment," and he like burped up and did throw up, and I didn't know who he was from a hole in the wall, and it was a brilliant act, and I watched him since. But I met Joe Rogan 21 years ago, 4th of July 2005. That 3 period, I flew back home on the 3rd at like 3 in the morning. But that thing, I met him. Bobby Lee opened for me at the Belly Room, which is a funny story because Mitzi said, "Go on in the Belly Room and then talk to Joe after, and then make your flight." And the bitch who was there running the thing, I showed up first. I put my name first. She didn't call me the whole night. Then Bobby Lee came up and she was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, we don't have time for you." And I'm like, "But Mitzi said," and I told you. And Bobby's like, "Yeah, Mitzi said." He goes, "Listen, I'll go on, you go on after me." And then I went, and then this guy, Michael Jr., was another comedian, kept talking to me, and I was like, "Listen, I got to catch your flight, motherfucker." And I got his name because he was so annoying. Michael Jr. I thought I missed his first name because it's so weird to have a last name Jr. I know Puerto Ricans, their first name is Junior, but I never heard anybody just use the last name Junior. You know what I mean? So I thought when he said Michael Jr., I missed like Tyrone Michael Jr. or David Michael Jr. I don't know. But I got that straight, and then I left. And then he's saying my ADD joke that I said in the Belly Room that night on Comics Unleashed, like 3 months later. So that was July 4th, and like October or November, they had the airing of Comics Unleashed. So I'm guessing they taped it 2 months before, the way Hollywood works. So he was literally stole my joke that night, and he's been getting paid off of it ever since. And that joke is, I got ADD, and that stands for attention. Hey, that's a fabulous jacket you got there. So isn't that fucking crazy? Some people be yapping a lot. I yap a lot. You have to be, man. Pyramid aliens, yes. I've seen aliens. I've actually had a UFO here outside this house in 2007. It was a chrome ball. It was about 4 feet from my head with a barbecue grill going. And poof, it just vanished into thin air, man. I looked at it. I blinked. I looked at it again. And it looked like, like a chrome salad bowl. size of a grapefruit or a softball, but chrome, and I didn't have a reflection in it. My face wasn't in it. It was, and then it went like an old TV. You know, way an old TV goes whew, when you shut it off. The top and the bottom of the screen goes, and the sides go like that. That's how it went. The chrome ball just went to a pinpoint, and it was gone. So I guess it went into another dimension. That's the only way. It didn't fly away. Yeah, and people who steal jokes, bro, are the worst. You know, I don't think my comedy experience was very good in terms of success or anything. But a lot of people, no, that was a bunny, I think.
She's out.
Mama, she's right there in the stream. Oh man,
Oh, she's in there.
God. Now I gotta comb a cat. I don't want to get alpha gal from a cat.
Mama.
It's fucking crazy, man. Well, you listen, guys. You're fucking awesome for tuning into me, man. I don't know who you are, Nayan, but I have an X page on X.com with the same name, Flapjack. Oh, spelled with a DZ.
Like deep.
Mama.
Mama.
I don't know what happened. It said I disconnected, guys.
Does this hose work?
I didn't turn it on because
Sprayed her out of there. She's all the way up on that rock.
Mama.
Up on the top.
Mama. This is crazy. I got this cat on a suicide mission now. You'd think you could chunk them up in 5 years by feeding them and keeping them indoors. They're just psychopaths. They want to murder shit. That's all they want to do. Nobody knows that cats are murderers. And they'll never be anything else but. They'd murder you if you were any smaller. Absolutely.
Buggy.
Yeah, and it's getting buggy. Nachyan, you sound like a good guy, man. I'd like to talk again soon. And Fantasy, thank you for tuning in from England, man. That's pretty awesome. I gotta tell you that. Jolly good. I had a friend who worked for, I met him in Counter Strike 1. That's how long ago. But he was a camera watcher for I don't know if it's your national security or your Garda or whatever, but he was watching all the cameras in London. And then on his off time, he would play Counter Strike 1. So this had to be 2001, right after 9/11.
Do I have a bug growing on my face?
No, you have no bug on your face. None. Yeah. Crazy shit, man. He might have been retired by now, man. Think about it. He was watching cameras for 25 years. Drive you nuts. Probably blind. I don't even like looking at this screen. Good times. Here we go. Another chemtrail. Let's switch it back. Boom. Drifting chemtrails, looking like a double tornado, and almost a rainbow. What?
No, it was flying.
My song is that horrible?
No, I thought I heard flea.
There could be fleas. There could be.
Something jumping.
You want to go inside?
Going in.
Listen, I think we're gonna go in because I think my wife said she got a flea on a leg. So that means I gotta mow the lawn and spray a perimeter. That's the part they don't mention. The ticks and the fleas suck. All right, so with that, I'm gonna end this stream. Thank you for tuning in.